Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po,
Good
ma'am.
morning po.
Morning po.
Morning po, ma'am.
Good morning po,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Good morning po.
Good morning.
Bongbong sa i.LEAD.
pinipilit sa
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning po.
Good morning po.
Hindi magsama. Kaya na po si Minang.
Morning po, ma'am.
At ano, wala lang nito wala ako sa.
Good morning, dear teachers, and welcome to our 3-day activity on language teaching. Before we start with this morning's orientation program, we will have the Philippine National Anthem and a short prayer. So please stand by po.
Ako ang LEAD.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisikin, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng Huwag kang mangamba, di ka nag-isa. Sasamahan kita saan man magpunta. Ika'y mahalaga sa aking mga mata. Minamahal kita. Minamahal kita. Sa iyong pangalan, ikaw ay akin magpakailanman. Ako ang Panginoon mo at Diyos, tagapagligtas mo at tagatubos. Huwag kang mangamba, di ka nag-isa. Sasamahan kita saan man magpunta. Sa tubig kita'y sasagipin, sa apoy ililigtas man din. Ako ang Panginoon mo at Diyos, tagapagligtas mo at tagatubos. Huwag kang mangamba, di ka nag-isa. Sasamahan kita saan man magpunta. Ika'y mahalaga sa aking mga mata. Minamahal kita. Minamahal kita.
Again, good morning to all our dear teachers participating in this 3-day activity. I'm Yumul-Florendo and I will be your webinar facilitator for the next 3 days. For this morning, we have 2 tasks. First, of is an introduction of i.LEAD as your learning service provider. And the second is an orientation for the 3-day program that will start this afternoon at 1:30. So yun po yung ating gagawin for this morning. Short na po yung ating program so that you can attend to your classes, and we will resume at 1:30 in the afternoon for session 1. Hold on lang po. We request our dear teachers to kindly keep your mics on mute po while the program is ongoing. Thank you. For our first agenda this morning, our introduction of i.LEAD, let me provide you with a background of your learning service provider. i.LEAD is a non-stock, non-government organization whose founding members share the advocacy of spearheading reform in and through education. Coming from the various sectors of the academe themselves, founding members are well aware of the needs of teachers in the Philippines, especially in this crucial period where many of our teachers in the elementary and the secondary levels need a reorientation and retooling to continue to become effective agents in the transformation of the Philippine educational system. As stakeholders in our nation's future through continuing education, i.LEAD recognizes the need to provide relevant and quality trainings and workshops for educators by tapping experts in the academe who share the same advocacy and vision of educational transformation. Founded in 2015, i.LEAD has conceptualized its lineup of activities by carefully studying the needs of educators vis-a-vis the new curricula in the elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Though many other organizations have the same objectives and share the same vision, i.LEAD has its own pool of experts from various disciplines and its offerings of seminars, webinars, workshops, and in the future conferences are products of careful and critical needs and systems analysis to ensure only the highest quality of service for its clientele. After all, we are all stakeholders in education as teachers, parents, and students, and we all stand to gain in its transformation toward global competitiveness. Let me present to you our mission, vision, and core values. i.LEAD envisions itself as a catalyst for change by making accessible the best training and continuing professional development to teachers all over the Philippines. We are committed to designing the best programs, tapping the best resource persons to deliver quality programs for all our participants, and bringing high-quality in-service training to teachers in all levels. Our mission is, therefore, to uplift the quality of education by extending training and continuing professional development for all teachers, keeping in mind our core values of excellence, innovation, and commitment to the delivery of quality education. With this, i.LEAD continues its service to the nation. True to our commitment to excellence, in 2017, i.LEAD was accredited as a PRC CPD provider of programs for professional teachers. Since our accreditation in 2017, all our program offerings have been accredited. In 2020, i.LEAD has also been authorized as a DepEd NAIAP learning service provider. And since 2021, all our offerings have been recognized by DepEd NAIAP. Pursuing our advocacy and as a way of giving back to the community, i.LEAD has successfully sponsored youth development projects in Ilocos Sur, where our head office is located. This has been a model initiative picked up and sustained by the LGU of Galimuyod. Let me present to you our officers, led by our president, Dr. Jonathan Florendo, who has been an educator for more than 20 years. Living his philosophy of lifelong learning, Professor Florendo earned his PhD in philosophy from the De La Salle University in 2020. Our Vice President, Professor Ronald Tagawa, is the most experienced member of i.LEAD with more than 20 years of teaching experience in the prestigious HEIs north of Manila. He also holds a doctorate in philosophy from the De La Salle University to cap his degrees earned. Professor Tagawa is known for his proactive stance in social and political issues, especially those involving education and labor. Our secretary, Maria Ila Yumul, is a passionate educator, tutor, and mentor for young minds. Having been in the teaching profession for 15 years, she has taught in high school at the IB program of Xavier School in Green Hills, San Juan, at Xiamen International School and Taichung International School in Taiwan. She's currently pursuing her master's in education major in biology at the University of the Philippines in Diliman, earned her Bachelor of Science major in biology from the Ateneo de Manila University. I'm currently the sitting treasurer of i.LEAD and also its managing director of programs. As I said, I will be your webinar facilitator for the next 3 days. To introduce myself, I'm an accomplished educator, researcher, and faculty administrator at the University of the Philippines in Baguio. I'm currently pursuing my PhD in applied linguistics at Lancaster University in the UK. And even as I have these roles, I'm still actively engaged in research, conference, presentation, and publication. I've headed the curricular review and revision of the graduate program of the College of Arts and Communication at UP Baguio and spearheaded extension programs for teachers north of Manila. Finally, our auditor, Professor Ana Maria Socorro Coloma, is a prolific researcher and conference presenter in national and international fora. With more than 15 years of teaching experience in the tertiary level, Professor Coloma has put her education to good use by serving the Filipino people as an educator in the Tarlac State University. She's presently pursuing her doctorate in communication at the UP Open University. Let me present to you our organizations. Thrust. From 2015 to 2020, i.LEAD has held 25 face-to-face programs in Baguio City, Davao City, and Legazpi City. In 2021, we've held 15 online programs, mostly catering to partner SDOs like Malolos, Zambales, Parañaque, Ifugao, Digos, Mati, Mikawayan, and San Juan, to name a few. Our topics range from languages, like this program, focusing on the mother tongue, Filipino and English, humanities, social sciences, mathematics, science, educational management and leadership, and of course, research. Our future directions, including the improvement and diversification of our program offerings, responding to and aligning with the thrust of DepEd-NAIAP to include managing schools under DRRM and learning continuity plans, teaching and undertaking research, focusing on action, educational, and applied research, teaching the humanities in the 21st century, language teaching and research, and ICT for education, among others. Let me present to you our 7 DepEd-NAIAP recognized programs. First is our Educational Management and Leadership Program, focusing on the role of teachers and school heads in developing educational learning. This program is designed to train teacher participants as proactive, engaged, and empowered teacher administrators in the 21st century educational context. This will run from the 18th to the 20th of November with 7 PRC CPD credit units. We also have a research program focusing on conducting distance research and qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. This is designed to provide teacher participants with relevant, innovative, and much-needed training in online research data gathering using qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. And this will run from the 25th to the 27th of November. Then, of course, we have this program that we're running this weekend for all of you, our language teaching program. This is designed to address the need for a more aggressive retooling and training in the teaching of languages, especially the teaching of English, Filipino, and the mother tongue, to cater to multilingual Filipino learners. We have a mathematics teaching program. This is designed to reskill and upskill teachers in the basic education with the know-how and technology capability to deliver effective mathematics education using the online platform, and to be complemented by the possibility of adapting these strategies to modular and face-to-face learning as well. We have a science teaching program, which is designed to enhance science teaching using available virtual tools and applications and software in combination with time-tested classroom teaching methods. We also have a SPED program, which focuses on educating diverse learners and learners with special needs. This is designed to address problems of learners who appear to be in the margins of class performance and learners with special needs. And this has been offered on the 28th to the 30th of October. Finally, we have the professional development program focusing on using virtual scenarios to create effective learning. This is designed to equip and empower teacher participants to be technology and internet savvy educators who are able to create, adapt, and innovate virtual classrooms for different courses and subject areas. And this will run from the 2nd to the 4th of December. We also have programs in the pipeline. We have gender and development research, teaching the humanities and the social sciences, BRRM and planning for school settings, including learning continuity planning, and of course, programs for our non-teaching personnel. That's the end of my introduction of i.LEAD as your learning service provider. We now move on to the orientation proper. Of course, to begin our orientation, let me take this opportunity to welcome our teachers from our partner divisions. First, from the division of Puerto Princesa, from the division of Davao de Oro, from the division of Davao Occidental, from the division of Mati City, from the division of Digos City, from the division of Naga City, Cebu, and of course, from the division of Panabo City. Welcome to our 3-day program. Let me begin the orientation with a few reminders. First is, of course, to remind everyone that i.LEAD webinar workshops are NAEAP recognized and PRC CPD accredited. This means that participating in our programs require the following. First, of course, is attendance in all our synchronous sessions. Now, we understand that some of our teachers have connectivity problems, intermittent internet access, or slow internet access. That's why we have 2 ways of attending this webinar. First, of course, is by being in the Zoom meeting platform. And second is we're streaming this live via YouTube on our Facebook group page. So that is that's also being recorded, so you can go back to it anytime or tune into it live. Second is, of course, the accomplishment of asynchronous activities and workshop outputs. The asynchronous activities are approved hours as well, both by DepEd NAEAP and by PRC. Synchronous sessions are held via Zoom. So since you've sent us, I assume you've sent us your correct email addresses. So we have been able to send you the Zoom credentials. So you're already here in the Zoom platform. All our synchronous sessions will be held via Zoom. So we request that you kindly join the Zoom platform 30 minutes at least before the program begins. Get in touch with us in case you have technical problems, like some of our dear teachers have had difficulty entering the meeting ID and passcode. So we've addressed this by giving them advice on how to join our Zoom platform. But of course, it helps if you have someone to help you in case of technical issues, especially if the sessions are already ongoing. Our synchronous sessions allow real-time interaction between the resource speaker and you, dear teachers, who are participating in our program. So the chat box can be used to ask questions while the program is ongoing or during the open forum sessions. So yung chat box po natin, gamitin po natin if there are concerns that we want to raise regarding the session. So if you have personal concerns or personal issues that you would like to raise, kindly direct message that i.LEAD technical team. No, hindi po natin kailangang i-address to everybody in the chat box so that we can also respond to it faster. In case you miss any of our synchronous session, like I said, you can go back to the YouTube video of the sessions posted on our FB group page. Since we expect a full house for the next 3 days, we request our dear teachers who are participating in the program to log in using only one device. So isa lang po ang ilog in natin so that we can make sure that all of our teachers who are registered for the 3-day activity can enter our Zoom platform. We also request you not to share the Zoom links or Zoom details to non-registered participants to make sure po that we can accommodate first the registered participants. Another reminder, important reminder po, in case of power interruption or loss of internet access on your end as participants, the synchronous sessions may be accessed anytime via the YouTube posted on the FB group page. So pwede nyo po siyang balikan. You're not going to miss anything. However po, in case of power interruption or loss of internet access on the end of our speakers on our end as facilitators, a recorded video will be uploaded as soon as possible on YouTube and made available to all participants to complete the session. Of course po, we make sure that we avoid any of these hassles like loss of internet or loss of power. Pero kung may mangyari pong ganito, in case po, this is our backup plan. So don't worry po. A few reminders for all of us who are using the Zoom as our platform. For our dear teachers who are still not using their registered name as their Zoom profile, kindly click on participants, click on your profile, and click rename. Palitan po natin yung ating mga letters lang dyan or iPhone or Oppo na profile. Palitan po natin yan so that we can be properly addressed by our resource speakers once the synchronous sessions are ongoing. So pag meron po tayong question or you are going to join in the activity, mahalaga po that you are using your registered name so that you can be properly addressed. Another important reminder is, of course, to kindly keep your mic on mute during the synchronous sessions. So mahalaga po ito para po hindi natin na-disrupt also yung participation ng iba nating mga co-teachers who are participating in the program. Turning the video on is optional. I know that this eats up your bandwidth. So I understand po if the videos are off at this time. But pagka po hiniling ng ating mga resource speaker na i-turn on po ito, so kung kakayanin naman po, let us oblige. The chat box is for comments and questions regarding the lecture, which will be read by the facilitator during the open forum. Alternatively po, you can use the raised hand icon kung gusto po nating mag-recite, gusto po nating mag-share. Kapag po open forum na, you can use the raised hand icon. Or, of course, when the resource speaker requests your participation in an activity. So, pwede po nating gawin yon, no? Mag-raise hand po tayo. Attire is casual in case you care to turn on the video. And also for a group picture at the end of the synchronous session. So, for this morning po, wala po tayong attendance. But at the end of my orientation, I will request you, dear teachers, to kindly turn on your cameras for just a few minutes po so that we can document your participation in this morning's orientation. Aside from synchronous sessions, we also have asynchronous sessions. And these refer to offline workshop activities that may be accomplished by pair, by group, or individually. And these sessions are part of the activity. As I said, our workshop outputs are part of asynchronous sessions. These are approved hours. So kasama po to sa total hours na kinekredit sa atin ng DepEd NAYAP at ng PRC. Each webinar session has an accompanying task or workshop output to demonstrate the learning outcomes. And these activities and workshop tasks will be posted on the FB group page in one Word file. So mamaya po, after our orientation program, we will post the assessment tool and we request that you kindly download it and save it on your device. Ideally, each task should be accomplished before the beginning of the next session. Let me present to you an overview of our program. Day 1, this is day 1, Friday. Our program proper or our first synchronous session begins at 1:30 with a brief orientation and opening. Ito na po yun. So mamaya po, diretso na tayo sa session 1. This will be from 1:30 to 3:30 held via Zoom. Activities for session 1 will be immediately disseminated after the synchronous session. Day 2, bukas po, Saturday, whole day po tayo. We open Zoom at 8 a.m. with some reminders, instructions, and there are questions about the lecture from the previous session. Session 2, synchronous session begins at 8:30 a.m. The afternoon session begins at 1:30 in the afternoon. Day 2 is a whole day event with both synchronous and asynchronous activities. So make sure to join the Zoom lectures or watch them via YouTube. Post comments or questions to join the open forum and make sure to accomplish all required workshop outputs. On day 3, our last day will be Sunday. Half day lang po tayo. Day 3 begins at 8. So we open the Zoom at 8 with final reminders and to entertain questions and clarifications from sessions held on day 2. Our session 4 begins at 8:30 in the morning. So make sure, again, to join the Zoom, watch the FB live via YouTube, and post comments or questions to join the open forum. Make sure, again, to accomplish all required workshop outputs. On the last day, you will be asked to collate all your activities and workshop tasks from sessions 1, 2, 3, and 4. You'll also be asked to create one PDF file with all your workshop outputs from the sessions using your name as your file name and submit this through a submission bin posted on the FB group page sa day 3. So, yun pong ating assessment tools. Although we will begin with the first assessment this afternoon, hindi pa po natin yan isasubmit. I-save nyo lang po pagkatapos nyong gawin yung ating session 1 assessment. And then, as we move on from one session to the next, hanggang session 4 po sa Sunday, that's when you're going to submit the assessment. So, no submission yet. So, download the assessment tool and accomplish it until we reach session 4. On the last day, you will also be asked to answer an evaluation tool for this webinar workshop. This is a Google form which can be accessed only once. So, we ask our dear teachers to kindly read the instructions before answering. A link to this form will be posted on the FB group page. Accomplishment of this form is also required before we can send your certificates for this webinar. Talking about certificates, you will receive 3. So for the individually registered participants, if you have availed of only the PRC CPD option, you will receive 2. For the teachers who have been registered by their division offices, and individually registered participants who have availed of the DepEd NAYAP certificates, you will receive 3 certificates. First is the certificate of completion with the NAYAP program recognition number, a certificate of attendance bearing the PRC CPD accreditation number and credit units. So yun pong certificate of attendance, that's what you will use for renewing your license. So nandun na po yung accreditation number and credit units. And of course, a certificate of recognition for your outstanding workshop outputs. So mahalaga po that you will submit your workshop output so that we can also give you the certificate of recognition. Finally, on the last day, okay, again, we are happy to announce that i.LEAD is open to interested teacher participants who'd like to be members of the organization. There is an annual membership fee of 300 and a lifetime membership fee of 1,000. For those of you who are interested, we will be posting the link to the membership form on our FB group page. ID and certificate of membership will be sent together with your certificates for this webinar workshop. So mag-cut off po tayo hanggang 5 p.m. tomorrow for the membership to make sure that we can prepare the certificates and ID together with your certificates for this program. And that ends this morning's opening and orientation program. May I request our dear teachers to kindly turn on your cameras lang po very briefly so that we can take screenshots of our gallery and to be posted on our FB group page. Also, to document your participation for this morning. Medyo marami po tayo, so a little patience lang po while I go from one gallery to the next. Ready na po ba tayo?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay po. Okay, first gallery. Smile lang po tayo until we reach the end of the... First gallery. Second gallery na po tayo. Naku, marami pala sa mga teachers natin ang nasa classroom pa. Okay po. Good morning to everyone. This is the fourth gallery now.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to everyone. Fifth gallery na po tayo.
Good morning, ma'am.
Po.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning po.
Next gallery po tayo. Ako, naririnig ko sila teacher, nagka-class pa.
Good morning, everyone. Good
po.
morning. This is ma'am.
Good morning po.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning po.
Good morning po.
Gandang umaga po sa
Good
ating
morning.
lahat. Hold on lang po. Lumilipat po tayo
Morning,
ng
ma'am.
gallery.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po sa lahat.
Good morning po.
Hold on lang po.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Morning po.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Good
Good morning
morning, ma'am.
po.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Ano, wala to?
Morning,
Wala
ma'am.
yung tingog. Morning, ma'am. Pusin daw, PDF.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning po. Hold on lang po. Malapit na po. Malapit na po tayo matapos. Konti na lang. Okay.
Good morning po.
Ayan po, na-document na po natin yung participation natin this morning. Dear teachers, pwede na po natin ituloy yung mga ginagawa natin this morning, our classes, office work, at kung ano pa po yung ginagawa natin. We will resume po at 1:30 in the afternoon for our first synchronous session. Okay?
Thank you so much, ma'am. See you po by 1:30.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. See you this afternoon. Thank you po,
See you this afternoon po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yan na po daw.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you po. We'll see you again this afternoon.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. We'll see you
Thank
this
you po,
afternoon.
thank you po. Magklase na po kami.
Yes po. Klase muna po tayo. See you later po.
Salamat po, ma'am.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.
Thank you
See
po,
you
ma'am.
again.
Klase na
1:30
po
po
kami,
tayo.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And
Thank you po. We'll see you again at 1:30.
Oh,
Madami mo dyan sa sopa.
kasi ito yung lalagyan. Lalagyan ko sa eco bus.
Wala ka na ka?
Nalakas.